Hey guys, we're here with Radiant Clean. Today we're going to be doing some solar panel cleaning. So I need to try to get up on the roof here. And I have about 80 some solar panels. So we're going to be using our water fed pole system to clean those. And then once we do that, if I can get my ladder to reach, I might need a bigger ladder. I might need to rig 2 ladders here. Once we do that, after we're done with the solar panels, we're going to clean the front of the house, which has some of these spider droppings and spider webs, some algae on the face there. So first things first, we're going to get the ladder set up, see if we can reach it okay, and then get the water fed pole system up and running. So we'll be back with you in a bit. Alright guys, we got the water fed pole system set up here. Got the ladder up. It's a little precarious, but we've got a 100-foot of hose that leads from the water fed pole system that then leads to about 40 feet of the water fed pole cord. So I'm just getting it started up now. You can see we're getting water coming through. Let that run for a minute so it gets through the filter. But this system is set up so that it's got a carbon filter on the bottom where the water comes into from the house. Then it goes through the reverse osmosis system and then through the deionizing system. Now we're doing solar panels today, so I technically don't need for them to be deionized because the spots aren't as big a deal as on a window. But we have it set up that way anyway, just to make sure we're doing a good job. We're going to get the pollen and whatnot off of here today. You can see we have the spray bar set up on the system. I'm going to make sure we don't have any kinks because it looks like it's coming through a little slow. So, but we're going to get this up on the roof, and I'll be back with you when we start washing the panels. Alright. You can see they're pretty dusty. Got a lot of pollen. These guys are going to need their roof done here soon. But, alright, let's get started washing these. I have a handy dandy on-off switch with this. So let's turn this on. Get the water on. Starting the top panels here. Work our way down. Those fiberglass ladders, I have a 30-something foot fiberglass. They are a bear to move. So. And obviously we're starting on the top, working our way down so that we don't wash dirt down onto the solar panels below. looks like it might be cracked. It is. So I'm gonna have to let them know about that. That is a cracked panel. I'm going to avoid washing that one so we don't get any water in the system. Although I guess it gets rained on, so. Looks like we have some little stubborn spots there. So you can see we're using a boar's hair brush today. It's a little bit more aggressive for cleaning than the nylon or brushes, since these have a lot of stuff on them. It's only around 10 o'clock in the morning right now. It's already starting to get hot up here. It's been cooler in Florida, but it's supposed to get up to 88, which is not unusual October weather for Florida. But we always try to get these roof jobs done in the morning before it gets unbearable. And we're going to avoid that one. I think it might be pine pitch a little bit on there. This scrub pad we use is non-abrasive, it's just walnut shell, so it is safe for glass and solar panels. I'm going to rinse. Damn pine needles are miserable. Not only do they get pitch on stuff, but you can see down there they get stuck in a screen enclosure. It's next to impossible to try to remove those. You can do it, it just takes a long time. Sometimes involves a brush. Alright, so we're just going to keep doing this. Get the rest of these panels around the house. So we're going to start doing the panels that are overlooking the pool area. You see these are pretty dirty. Any damaged ones down here. So I'm using the scrubby pad to try to get off what appears to be some of that pine pitch. The bird droppings aren't too bad because they're not that close to the trees, but there's a few. Those we should take a good scrubbing as well. Once we agitate the dirt with the brush, that gets it suspended in the water, and then we rinse it off with the deionized water. So it has a similar effect to using soap, which the soap, the surfactant, is just suspending the dirt so that you can rinse it off. But in this case, we're not using soap. I like purified water. So, spots of pitch. Water pressure at this house is not great. It's taking a little bit longer. This system only puts out about a half a gallon a minute, which for most residential jobs is fine. But if you already have slow water, that slows it down a little bit. Alright, it's going to take a while, but we'll keep working on these. Beautiful day today. There's some nice houses in this neighborhood. It's got a lot of green space, which really appeals to this country boy. I grew up on about 365 acres in upstate New York. Used to be one of my grandpa's farms. that my parents purchased. So I'm used to having some privacy and green space. So Florida suburbia is not known for that. But this community is very nicely developed. People often ask how I got into this business. Radiant Clean, we started almost a year ago. But I also own a marketing agency. And so I was actually involved in marketing for quite a number of years, working for big Fortune 500 companies as clients, as well as small mom and pop companies. But when we moved down here, we were looking to diversify our income, and pressure washing and soft washing and window cleaning is not as seasonal down here, so we can do this year round, unlike up north where I'm originally from. And you have to pretty much shut down a lot of what you're doing for the winter because everything freezes. We don't have to do that. The slow season here is actually this summer because it's so hot. So this is a good business to start down here and to diversify and eventually turn into like a franchise or something. Now, one thing to be careful of when you're doing water-fed poles, and even especially on the roof, but anywhere, is that these poles are carbon fiber. And at least the one I have is carbon fiber. And if you hit an electrical line, you're going to be in some trouble. So they are very conductive. So you want to make sure you're careful around electrical lines that might be leading into the house or around the house. Better than it did. These are pretty dirty, so we'll move on to the next section over here. Just a reminder, you can kind of see what they look like before. to a lot of pitch on them. Which makes sense because we're near the trees. Alright guys, just finishing up here. Like I said, the one panel's broken, so we let them know that, but you can see these are a lot better. All the pollen and bird poop and as much of the pine pitch as we could. So those are significantly better. We generally recommend doing these once a year, just to keep that down. It improves the efficiency by like 20 to 30%. So we're gonna wrap this up, try to get that beast of a ladder down without breaking anything, and then wash the front of the house. All right guys, we finished up the solar panels. Now we're just doing the front of the house today. So we're gonna just do downstreaming this using our 8 gallon per minute pressure washer, but not using pressure, just doing soft wash on it. The SH on our downstream is about 1.5% SH. So it will get some of this algae and stuff that we may need to touch that up twice. But mostly the house just has spider webs and spider droppings and that kind of stuff. So we'll get that taken care of, and then we're on to our next job, which is just down the road. 100% treated with SH. Now we're going to give it a little bit of time to dwell. As you can see, it's got a lot of these like spider webs and stuff. Spider droppings, whatever they are. So we'll let that sit for about 5 minutes and that'll help take care of that. We'll give it a wash down. Alright, now we're going to give this a good wash off. Alright guys, we're just finishing up on this house wash and all that bug matter and stuff is gone. It's a lot cleaner. Get rid of the algae and stuff growing up on the windows. There's some oxidation on the gutters that we're not going to be able to get off today, but the gutters are a lot cleaner. So we got a bunch of that dirt and grime off that was on there. So looks like that is stained on there. Let me hit that again actually. Alright. I'll hit that one little section again and then we'll get out of here. Alright guys, another good job. We're going to roll on to the next one here in a little bit, which is a driveway and house washing, and we'll join you there. Bye.